Good morning. My name's Isabel and I'm a member of the congregation at Holy Trinity Church, Formby. This morning I'd like to read you Psalm 5 and then share some thoughts about it. Give ear to my words, O Lord, consider my sighing. Listen to my cry for help, my King and my God, for to you I pray. Morning by morning, O Lord, you hear my voice. Morning by morning, I lay my requests before you and wait in expectation. You are not a God who takes pleasure in evil. With you the wicked cannot dwell. The arrogant cannot stand in your presence. You hate all who do wrong. You destroy those who tell lies. Bloodthirsty and deceitful men the Lord abhors. But I, by your great mercy, will come into your house. In reverence will I bow down towards your holy temple. Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness, because of my enemies. Make straight your way before me. Not a word from their mouth can be trusted. Their heart is filled with destruction. Their throat is an open grave. With their tongue they speak deceit. Declare them guilty, O God. Let their intrigues be their downfall. Banish them for their many sins, for they have rebelled against you. But let all who take refuge in you be glad. Let them ever sing for joy. Spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may rejoice in you. For surely, O Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favour, as with a shield. When I started preparing this reflection, my first response to this psalm was that there were some lovely lines I could focus on, but that I wasn't that keen on the rest of it. It seemed to be saying, I'm the good guy, Lord, listen to me, but please get on with smiting the baddies. I don't think there's anyone I'd describe as my enemy, and I'm very grateful not to have much experience of the kind of almost caricatured evil that the psalm described. It didn't seem very relatable. But then I was reminded that the psalms were written to be performed or sung, and I read it aloud. Taking it more slowly, I noticed that the singer wasn't really saying what a good guy he is. It's a much more humble description of asking God to hear him and of relying on God's mercy. Verse 3 talks about morning by morning laying his requests before God and waiting. In verse 7 he says it's only by your great mercy that he can come into God's house. And those bits about the bad guys, what they really highlight is God's goodness. Arrogance, lies, aggression, intrigue. These are things that are just incompatible with God. Wherever God is, evil melts away. So the singer isn't a goody two-shoes, feeling secure in God's approval. He's asking for God to straighten his path, because he can see that the evil acts and attitudes around him will create barriers that God cannot tolerate. Destroying evil, in the very graphic terms that this psalm uses, is in God's nature, because he is purely good. And with evil out of the way, it's like the sun coming out from behind clouds, as God envelops us when we turn to him. It's not that we manage to be all good, but that we can take refuge in him. It's not that we deserve his protection, but that he shows us mercy and we respond with reverence. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Let's pray for one another this week, that God will straighten our paths to bring us closer to him, and give his protection to all those we love and carry in our hearts. Bye-bye for now. God bless.